lights are flashing, every screen is burning bright. From comics to movies, games that shake the earth, every episode reminds you what the fandom's worth. We're loud, we're proud, sky is the limit and space is the place. Hey, we're the angry geeks, louder than before. Kick the speakers, shake the floor. Raise your fist, let the whole world know. The angry geeks will steal the show. Turn it up, don't let it fade. The geeks have come, and we're here to stay. Angry geeks, angry geeks, angry geeks, angry.
Can you feel it? Nothing can save ya. The Angry Geeks about to stream online. Everybody knows episodes dropping right on time. One hot angel and one cool devil, bringing pockets to a whole new level. They stop and stare as we display our greatness. All our enemies and foes, they'll be sure to hate this. When they ask who's the big wolf, you know who's the baddest. Put your hands up, come on, feel the madness. Feel the madness. Everybody lose control. Feel the madness. Come along and let's explore. Feel the madness. Come along, come along. Feel the madness. Crazy in the panel room and it's getting heated. The crowd goes wild, now the soul defeated. You didn't come to have fun, you need to beat it. When Louis brings to the stage, can't be repeated. He brings style that's revolutionary. Sophia in the front doing the tingle body. Elizabeth in the left, good is kinda scary. Tricks and the haters, y'all are so pathetic. We're off stage and be unapologetic. We're back to the subject at hand, keep moving. People love the angry geeks, it's been proven. We appreciate all of the fans of Louis and Sophia. So let us see your hands, come on, feel the madness.
Hickory dickory dock, it's almost time for us to rock the stages of Colorado Springs Comic Con. Little one, tomorrow night, you gotta eat a lemon and you gotta eat a pickle right here in the Geek Layer. Rose already went shopping. She got them for you. But that is the least of your worries, man. We gotta travel. Look at that. I'm wearing some of our merch.
Kind of glared.
Oh, yeah, I know. Look, what am I wearing? You see it?
Kind of. Feel the madness? Yes.
Yes.
Ow! I
Madness.
just elbowed my.
Feel the Madness t-shirt. I'm wearing that. So are you excited? Look at this, man.
I'm excited.
Look at that.
So
The
excited.
dynamic duo. The debut of the new dynamic duo. Look at that. I'm so proud of you, little sister.
I'm so excited.
I know you
I believe
are.
it.
Well, we can't. Benny and I. Benny showed me that. Ben Beck. And I was like, I showed it to Rose and everything. We were like, oh, she's going to explode. Her heart's going to explode. And we all knew it. We were happy. We were happy for you, little one.
Thank you.
We are. Oh, and I got Benny. If you're watching, brother, the stuff came in today. So tomorrow night we're going to be busy in the Geek Layer. You're going to be eating and puking, and I got stuff to bling.
I'm not.
Well, I don't know. Rose was laughing at your face last night with the lime.
Oh,
So yeah, don't do any of that until I get home. Just in case you get
Obviously.
home. Yeah, well, obviously. Duh. Anyway, get to the comments. Before we bring our state.
Sasuke.
our guest
Hello,
on.
Sasuke. Hello, beautiful goddess. How are you? And Louis, the beautiful savage.
That's
You
right,
doing?
beautiful. Savage. That's right, brother. That's right.
Spidey says, hello, HQ and Lewis, and happy Macho Madness Monday.
Macho
I like
Madness, that's
that.
right. Yeah, I
I
like
hope y'all are
Macho.
doing great, like Frosted
Sorry.
Flakes.
I don't know, Spike and stuff like, and I'd like to use them for my raps, man.
You should.
I know.
Oh wait, is this something common? Is that the Angry Geek show looks great like Frosted Flakes. Thank you so much.
brother.
I appreciate it. Helen, how you doing? Welcome.
Ben,
Happy Monday.
what's going on, brother?
Eating and puking? No, we're not puking. That's against TOS. You will get taken down. We're not puking. Hello, Mango. Welcome
Mango,
in. How you
what's
doing?
going on, brother?
Too many toys? Never too many toys.
No, I
all
got
the toys.
brother. This is nothing. Yeah, I mean, the little one will tell you. It goes all the way around. My wife. Oh, I do got a toy of the week, and I will show it later on at a segment. Miss Rose all the time. My wife loves me. We all know that, and she bought me the coolest thing on Saturday. Oh,
doing
my God.
great. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's good that you're doing great. Yeah, Suis and Louia.
Suis and Louia. Well, thank you, Guy. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, Guy? Hey, team. Hello, Wedge Jay.
There he
Guy.
is,
Oh
Jay.
no,
What's going
Lewis's
on, bud?
toy of the week. Mango,
Yes.
can you just remember I have 2 YouTube layouts? Can you keep on both, please?
Yes, please. We don't want no
Weird comments.
weird comments.
Spidey, I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. Such a good weekend. It was relaxing. I got to stream game with friends. Okay, caught up on comments.
I even played this weekend. I did.
You did.
Yes. I did. Okay. Anyway, our guest tonight caught my attention. Our agent, Melissa, sent over. She scheduled this. And the concept that's coming on, I was like, how is this dude going to pull this off? And when I bring him on, I'm going to have him explain to it. Now, this is a graphic novel. But the graphic novel, you got to buy tickets for the graphic novel. Now, the tickets for this, Mango is going to pull up the link because it's in the description of the episode. So please, if you're listening to this on your favorite podcast network, just go down to the description in this and pull it up. If you're watching at home, a public access or on Pod TV, it's in the description and Mango will pull it up. But first, it's about pirates. So that got my attention right away because we all know I love me some pirates, just like Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, right away. I love that. But then as I started reading the press junket, I was like, wow. In the name of Gasparilla. That's go crazy on me right now. And the name, is this dude going to pull this off? So without further ado, we're going to bring in
Guys.
Pirates. See? Yes.
Pirates.
Yes.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Well, no, this is more like Treasure Island. So without further ado, we're going to bring in Jason Neulander. What's going on, Jason?
Hey, having me.
You're welcome. Now, brother, see, I am a school of pirates. I love pirates. I have Caribbean. Going back to when I was a child, pirate toys. I have jeans decked out in pirates. I have a pirate flag. Little one will tell you I love pirates. My wife will tell you I love pirates just as much as I love cowboys. So I was immediately drawn to this project. But I want you to explain how this is going to be a live action graphic novel. Please.
All right. I hope everybody's seated right now. So what we're doing, it's called Treasure Island Reimagined, Jane Hawkins and the Pirate's Gold. And I wrote the script for, and an artist named Johnny Dombrowski drew the illustrations for, and an artist named Lee Duhig colored these illustrations. And we created a graphic novel version of kind of an adaptation of that classic pirate story. And then in the live show, what we do is we take the artwork from that graphic novel and we project it panel by panel on a huge screen. And then in front of the screens, 3 performers are voicing every single character and creating all of the sound effects live and in front of your eyes.
Cool. Like
Very
interactive.
cool. Now, are the performers dressed as the characters that are drawn? I mean, I
Oh, I
saw in one
love
of your
that.
pictures you had a captain's hat on. I did see
Yeah.
that.
So what we're doing, and you can see in the background behind me over there,
Hmm.
one of our pieces of costume. So the way that we're going to be dressed for this is kind of like an F1 pit crew. So we're going to have red coveralls on, and it's like you get to watch the mechanics, kind of mess around under the hood.
Mm.
And then each of us is going to be wearing like a little bit of pirate bling on our heads, me to cover my head to protect it from the sun. And and that's going to be the costume. So we're not trying to dress like any of the one characters. Each of us is playing at a minimum a dozen characters. I think I'm
Wow.
playing 20 characters in
Oh
this
my
thing.
gosh.
Yeah, it's some serious voice acting work going on. And the effect, I think, for the viewer is almost like it's almost like your imagination fills in and all of a sudden you're watching a feature film, like the soundscape of the thing is rich. Uh, each of us is a professional voice actor. All of the sound effects, gadgetry, and you can see a little bit of that behind me. There's a wind machine, there's a door. Somewhere around here, I put I have a little unicorn I can share with you later that makes the sound of seagulls. And then what we also have is this orchestral score that was written by a friend of mine named Sam Lippman. It's like full bore, like Loader, Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, it's like a full on orchestral score
Nice.
that gets sometimes piped in, and on occasion, we're actually right now talking with an orchestra about doing this thing with a live orchestra. Um, so the whole effect is, you're seeing, there's over 1,250 individual panels that are projected on the screen, just like reading a graphic novel, but without the word balloons. And then, with our voice acting, the sound effects, and the music, it's just this totally full, completely unique, and utterly live experience.
That it sounds amazing. So where did the idea of this concept come from, and how did you have to sell it to whatever partners or sponsors that you came up with?
So back in the 2010s, I created a project called the Intergalactic Nemesis, which used a similar format to this. And that project actually started its life as a radio play. Um, the so we had all the kind of sound elements of this thing going, and I got invited to bring that radio play into. I live in Austin, Texas, and I got invited to bring it into our local performing arts center. But that venue is huge, and for our little intimate experience of watching like these little tiny sound effects being performed, it just felt like we would never be able to fill a space that big. And kind of in a flash, it hit me this idea of what if we created comic book artwork and then projected it,
Mhm.
then we could create a spectacle that could fill the room. And by sheer coincidence, the guy who I pitched this idea to, the head of the venue, said to me, "Well, that's funny. We just bought a projection system and we're looking for reasons to use it." So
Oh,
it was just this amazing serendipity. And then what happened was that was in 2010. We premiered the show, and then it ended up touring the world for another 8 years. Um, yeah, we played like 175 different venues around the world. We Gosh, I mean, it was kind of dream come true. Conan O'Brien participated in the show for a little bit.
really?
Yeah. Um, so that happened, and then that kind of ended in like 2017. I kind of let it go because I started moving into directing movies and did that, and then COVID hit, and for anybody who is in kind of the pre-COVID entertainment world, it was like everything just went off a cliff. And I was trying to figure out what the heck I was doing with myself, and it took a long time to figure this out. And Anyway, flash forward a couple of years, and a buddy of mine and I are bike riding together, and he's in the live touring world, and he's like, "You should put together another touring show." And so, anyway, that's how this kind of started.
All right. Why, Sophia? You got something?
That awesome.
Okay. Why pirates? Why the reimagining of Treasure Island?
Well, okay, so in coming up with the idea for this new show, I felt like it would be really good, valuable to have a title that people recognize, you know? And I kind
Mhm.
of made a list of like classic adventure stories that were in the public domain that I thought would
Oh,
be, you know, interesting. And maybe I had like 15 different titles. And I brought them back to my family. And my daughter, Scarlett, who was 18 at
oh.
the time, said to me, "Dad, you have to do Treasure Island."
Hmm.
Because I had read it to her when she was 9 and it totally stuck with her. And what happened when she said that is it kind of hit me in a flash. Yeah, I got to do that. And you know what I got to do? I got to base the main character off of my daughter.
Oh.
So I decided that I'd flip it, you know, flip the gender, make the lead character a girl instead of a boy. And oh my God, I mean, that completely opened up the entire story for me as a writer because I started doing research into the lives of girls and women in the middle of the 18th century in England and discovered that there was no, like, Sophia couldn't do what she's doing right now. Like, she would have this whole other role, which would basically be property of her husband and having his kids. And so I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, but the other thing was like one way that women could escape that life, and not a lot of women did this, but some did, was to join a pirate ship. And Lewis, you
And Bonnie.
mentioned yeah, Anne Bonny already, and
Mm.
Mary Read was another famous
Mary
one.
Read, her
These,
her best friend. Yeah.
yeah, these famous, infamous, you know, female pirate captains. And the idea that I all of a sudden, you know, like you don't think twice necessarily about a boy going on an adventure in that time, but for a girl to go on an adventure in that time, particularly a girl who dreams of adventure,
Hmm.
you know, it's maybe not possible except in this particular instance. And then how she then what she has to do in order to do that. For example, she has to disguise herself as a boy to be even on the ship at all.
Hmm.
Mm.
And when people discover that she is in fact a girl, the story evolves. I don't want to give anything away.
No, don't please.
Yeah.
Now, what is now Anne Bonny? Not to compare it to. She legend states she escaped and ran away from home when she was like 16, 17. The age difference between the original character in Treasure Island and your character, is it that the same or is it younger or
She's younger. She's like, I would
okay.
12. I mean, we never really say, but she's like probably
Okay.
12, you know?
Wow.
And what I love about her so much, and I have to say, once I finished outlining, like creating the outline for the project, I kind of put the book aside, you know, and really think of this as its own thing and not the book. And there's a lot of differences between it and the book. Um, but uh, I really love the idea of this child, you know, having all this agency in the storytelling. And honestly, like one of the things that I take issue with the original book is that Jim Hawkins um, is uh, there's sometimes he does things that doesn't that I don't understand why he made that choice, you know, or sometimes things happen to him without him having any agency at all. And I was like, I want the main character in this to drive the story forward. And
Hmm.
so Jane is this like natural, she's smarter than everybody around her. She can beat the boys in a fight, you know, and yeah, she's kind of a badass. So Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, is the book itself going to be available to read, or do we have to only see it as a performance?
No, it's its own thing, and it is
Okay.
available to read. And
Awesome.
well, it will be. It's
Okay.
at the printer now, and we are going to be selling the book at the shows, and then we ship the books starting at the end of September. And actually, on our website, people can pre-order the book now, which is treasureislandreimagined.com.
All right. Well, that link to that website too is in the description of this episode. If we have any comments, let's bring the comments up right now. I'm sure we have some.
My
But
website.
oh, there you go, right there. Go
Yeah.
to that website
Thank
and
you,
get that
Lord
book.
Mangoat.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like so interested in this project right now. Can you give away any names of any of the baddie pirates?
Well, okay, so Treasure Island, for people who don't know this story, is the granddaddy of all pirate stories. Somebody earlier in the comments mentioned Pirates of the Caribbean. There would be no Pirates of the Caribbean if it wasn't for Treasure Island,
Mhm.
literally, because Disney World created a ride called Pirates of the Caribbean that was based on their movie adaptation of Treasure Island from like
Mhm.
back in the 50s. And the movie Pirates of the Caribbean was based on that ride. So, but literally, like yo ho ho and a bottle of rum, shiver my timbers, the one-legged pirate, the talking parrot, the map, the island, the treasure, um, and the godfather of all pirates himself,
Captain Kidd,
Long John
John
Silver.
Silver.
So when I read the book, and I never read the book when I was a kid, I read it as an adult and then reread it to my daughter when she was 9. Um, but so everybody I think has heard of Long John Silver, like the
Hmm.
fish place, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Silver, the character, he's a sea cook. So suddenly, for me, I was like, the restaurant makes sense now.
Sophia, have you ever heard of Long John Silver's the restaurant?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. That's
Long
all.
John Silver. I've heard of
Yes.
Long John Silver.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
but I
man,
think, I mean, do you all know the story of the book? Have you guys read the book?
I have
I've
not.
read. Okay, I have read the book and I have seen the movie as a child, and then
Uh-huh.
of course you have Disney's readaptation that was
Oh,
horrible.
Treasure
Um,
Planet,
Treasure
right?
Planet.
Isn't it?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, just awful. Um, the spoiler. Do you want to? You're the guest. Explain Treasure Island to Sophia.
Sure. I'll give you the setup. The plot has so many awesome twists in it that I really do not want to give away too much. But,
Spoilers.
but uh, Jane Hawkins is and her mom run this inn called the Admiral Benbow. When this crusty vagabond in rags shows up hauling, like pulling this big trunk behind him, dragging it through the ground. Uh, and he throws down some gold at the end, some gold coins, and basically buys up every room for the night so that he can stay there. And just a few minutes later, there's a banging on the door, and these other real sketchy looking guys are clearly after him and
Mm.
whatever is in the contents of his trunk.
Mm.
So, unbeknownst to Jane and her mother, this vagabond, his name is Billy Bones, he is mortally wounded and he begs them with his dying breath not to let the one-legged mariner lay his hands on the contents of this chest. And what's in the chest and everything beyond, you'll have to
Find out.
read the comic book or see the show or read the original book.
Sounds awesome.
It is
It's
awesome. I got to say,
it,
it's awesome.
Treasure Island is what made me as a kid fall in love with pirates and collect the pirate Migos. Okay. So yeah, and it's such a great story. And I mean, yeah, Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, besides 1 and 2, 2 and 3 are fantastic films of action, adventure, everything.
Yeah.
Dead Man's Chest and the third one, just
Pearl?
what's that?
Was it something called like Black Pearl or something?
No, Curse of the Black Pearl was phenomenal. That was the first one. They were fantastic, but Pirates 2 and 3 were just awful. But the rest of them were bloody fantastic. Treasure Island was just great. I mean, myself, I even like Cutthroat Island. I thought Cutthroat Island was fantastic. No, Jason, why are you laughing? That was a great movie.
Because I love it. I love
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes. Cutthroat Island. Gina Davis was fantastic. Matthew Modine was fantastic in that. The whole thing with the map on her father's head was fantastic. That was a great movie. On Stranger Tides. No, on Stranger Tides, that was a great movie. I'm talking about the last one, when the third part of the original trilogy. Was it on Stranger Tides? I can't remember. But that was just bad. So, Jason, how much are tickets to see the show?
Well, they vary venue to venue. And so we
Okay.
actually just, I guess I can say it, and you guys will be the exclusive first release of this information. I
Please.
just today posted our tour on our website. So
Nice.
people should definitely check it out. World's End.
There you go.
And people should definitely check that out because we are touring all over the country, and I would love to meet the people who are listening and watching here. After every show, me and the cast are coming out to the lobby, and we're going to sign every piece of merchandise that anybody buys. And this is one of the funnest things that I get to do when I'm traveling on tour is actually get to meet the people who come to see the shows. It is such a joyful, awesome, just magical connection, that'll get made. So yeah.
That's
So cool.
awesome. All right, we got to take 30 seconds for Quiz with Quinzel. It's brought to you by the Erica Legacy Foundation, and we lost a bumper for that, but I'm going to still play something for Sophia. But Sophia's going to explain to us what the Erica Legacy Foundation is all about.
Hey, the Erica Legacy Foundation is a foundation that exists to help people that are in need, going through a hard time mentally or emotionally. If you or a loved one are going through a hard time, please reach out to the Erica Legacy Foundation. The website is ericalegacy.com. And yeah, they help hundreds of thousands of people every day going through a hard time.
Turn it up!
It's now time for Quiz with Quinzel. That was interesting.
Boy, that was old school.
Oh, wow.
Yes, okay.
All right, ready? Today's question is, what is the most watched YouTube video of all time?
Ooh, I think I know. Jason, you go first.
Oh, do I? I think I'm going to be wrong. I'm going to go with Gangnam Style.
It's a good one. Hey, D-Mac.
What's up, D-Mac? What's up, D-Mac?
Yep, nope,
can
that
I-
is not the answer. Chat, anybody have any guesses? It's a good one, though. I feel like that one's super popular.
Okay.
Mangoat says, Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. That's probably up there.
Yeah, it's probably. Because every time you go to download something, that video pops up.
Yeah.
Can I give my answer?
Yeah.
Charlie bit my finger.
Oh, Charlie bit me, and it really
Yeah, Charlie
hurts.
bit me. It really hurts. Charlie bit my finger.
That was
Was
such
that
a
it?
good video. No.
I know. Oh, whatever.
The video is Baby Shark Dance with 16 billion
Of
views.
course.
What the hell is that? Baby Shark Dance. I
You
never
don't
seen
know
that.
what that is? What? You've never heard of Baby Shark?
Jason. Jason shaking his head no either. We're in the same club. He
No,
doesn't
I
know.
know what it is. Are you kidding me?
No,
How
you
could you
don't.
not? It's one of the best pop songs ever created in the history of music.
Baby
I'm
Shark.
kidding.
Voiced
is
by the voice actress Nifty from Hazbin Hotel.
Is that right?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Oh my
No,
God.
see, I
Baby
told you he
Shark.
didn't know that. He didn't know what Baby Shark
I didn't know
was.
that. Yeah. But I did know. You know what? Because I had kids that were the right age when that video was a thing.
How
Yeah.
old are your kids now?
My kids are 26 and 19.
So are mine. My kids are in their
What?
20s, all of them. So Cody, Caitlin, and Neil. I should have known that, but I don't. I'm a bad.
Oh man, that's
You're a
awesome.
bad friend. No,
Not fun.
bad friend. I don't. No, I never. No, I thought Baby Shark was. Never mind. I don't know. I'm done. So, what states are you touring in for this phenomenal show?
Oh gosh, I don't have the list in front of me, but like it's in Alaska,
Whoa.
Washington,
Okay.
Oregon, California.
West Coast.
We're going to be in Colorado. We're going to be
Whoa.
in
When in
Kansas,
Colorado?
in the spring, and we're going to go.
Okay.
We're in Lone Tree, Colorado. I'm not 100% sure where that is, but I know
It's in
that it's
Colorado.
cool. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Kind
Are
And
you going to
of
be
a
in
big
the New
state.
England area at all?
we are going to be in the New England area. We're going to
Oh.
be in. Let's see. We're going to be in Saratoga Springs, which I guess is in New York. We're going to be in Purchase, New York. We're going to be probably in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. We're going to be in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's like an
Oh,
hour
that's
from me.
close. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe close to you.
So
Well,
yeah,
no, I can always come pick you
Sophia.
up and we can go.
That
I'll
Like
be
depends.
definitely
interested.
let me know if you
That
want to
depends
come, and I
when.
will. Let me know if you guys want to
Oh,
come, and I'll totally hook you up. Yeah.
yeah.
Have to check the calendar.
We would have to check the calendar because
Mhm.
we do have a lot of
I have
things,
like
but
7 more Comic Cons this year.
yes, I
Holy
know.
macaroni.
Mhm.
Well, the shows in the Northeast are, I think, mostly in the spring, or at least the New
Oh,
Bedford one is. Yeah.
Mangoat's on it. May
Oh, Mango
2nd.
is right on it. May
There you go.
2nd.
So maybe that's a maybe.
That's a maybe, yeah.
Because the
And
fan fest is usually around that time.
yeah, and so
Okay.
is Free Comic Book Day. So we
The
would have
handy
to
dandy
check it out.
calendar. Yes. 7 more cons.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we would
I'm
we would
pleased to say
definitely.
that our second performance here in Austin is going to be on International Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is September 19th.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh my
awesome.
God.
That is awesome. Perfect.
That is. All right, so this is going to be a success. I know it already. I can feel it in me bones.
I
See what you did there.
I feel pretty good about it. Am I allowed to talk about the artwork a little bit?
Yes, no,
'Cause-
you could. This is your
Okay.
hour. Well, now it's your half hour. Well, this is your hour. You could talk about anything that you want. So if
Okay.
we're asking too many questions and you want to rant, if you want to talk about what you have for breakfast, you talk about what you have for breakfast. This is all about you. So
Thank
talk
you,
about the
Louis.
artwork. Go ahead.
Well, the art I think on this is pretty cool, and because what we did is we got inspired by the pirate comic in this, and then
Oh,
here we are, yeah,
Watchmen.
Oop, Watchmen, and then we also were inspired by the artwork from this stuff. Let's see, my screen
Oh,
is
Tales of the
backwards.
Crypt.
Yeah. And so it's kind of like a middle of the 20th century kind of art style in this thing. And so Johnny is absolutely, I mean, jaw dropping with ink. It's
Mhm.
like the detail. I mean, poor Lee coloring it, he's getting it flatted. There's this process in comic book making called flatting, where you basically separate the drawing of each panel into geometric shapes, basically, that then you can kind of color by numbers a little bit in the age of digital coloring. And so there were so many tiny little shapes in this that it was just taking poor Lee. It was a lot. But then the other a lot thing that Lee had to learn was that Johnny's style is this classic halftone style. Am I allowed to like totally geek out on old comic
Yeah,
books?
no, you're allowed to do
Okay,
anything
good.
you
Yes.
want.
So this is super nerdy, but I think super cool. You simply do not see this anymore, but it's the way comics were printed in the newspaper back in the olden days, and it's the way comic books were printed on that pulp paper. It's a process called halftones, and halftones involve you take four colors and you combine them together to create like hundreds of different colors. And so those four colors are cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And so the inking obviously is black. And then what Lee did, and he had to learn how to do this with the digitally. They used to do this by hand with these like clear plastic
Felt.
sheets with dots on them, and they would cut them out with X-Acto knives. The women, it was
Oh.
always women who did this in the comic book publishers, and they would lay over on paper these dots. And what happens is when you blend the dots together, just like we all know, the primary colors blended together create all the other colors. It's very similar in printing, and so combining these colors together through a combination of density of dots, I
Mm.
make this up not, creates all these different colors. And so the artwork in both our book and when you see it projected huge on the screen is it's freaking tactile. You know,
Mm.
it's like you can feel it on the roughness of it on your eyeballs, you know, and the like so you've got the layers and then you see, you know, when it's blown up on the screen, you can see all the dots, you know, which is kind of, I think, really cool to look at. And then the so it's like ink heavy in the drawing, not heavy like there's a, in other words, there's a lot of detail in the inking, and then these geometric shapes of color will add shadow and add
Hmm.
obviously all the different colors. Um, and Lee, who colors for Marvel, like has never done this before because no one does this anymore, you know. So he had to learn this entire process of doing it, and I have to say, it looks, it honestly looks incredible. And then what Johnny does after we're all done with that part of the process, he then layered in this aging over the whole thing. So what he does, and this is so fun to look at on the page, is he has intentionally made it look as if it's this cheap print job. So like the colors are not overlaid correctly on some pages. Like they're slightly off the way it used to be in the newspaper when you'd look at the funnies on a Sunday, you know?
Hmm.
Would
And
shift.
yeah, just a little bit of shifting. And not every page, but some pages, and not so much that it ruins the art or anything, but enough to make you go, huh, wait, is that a mistake? And then what he did is he layered this aging over the whole thing. So every page is like slightly yellowed. I mean, the book looks like it is something that you found in your grandpa's attic that no one has
Nice.
looked at in, you know, 50 years or something like that. And then the printing of it, we worked with this printer Marquee, who are amazing to work with. They do lots and lots of indie comic book printing, um, and we picked this like matte paper that has a little bit of texture to it, and so the whole thing is just going to be just wonderful to just flip through. And I mean, and then when you see it projected on the screen, all that aging is still there. So the way we do it in the projected art is I took the paper texture that Johnny used to create the aged look, and I used that as the background of almost every image in the show, so that as the panels kind of play out on the screen, they're playing out over what looks like a really old, you know, piece of comic book paper.
Nice.
So
Do you have a
cool.
sample that you could show us or no?
Gosh,
No, not to
yes.
put you on the spot.
No, it's good. I'm glad you did put me on the spot. So this, we printed this um, as a kind of sample to share with people. But you can see
Wow.
like in the lower left panel on the screen, you know, you could see how there's like those little flecks of white of the paper over the door.
Yeah.
That is all kind of intentional aging to make it look like it's just not a very good print job. But that's all like intentional. And I realize it's hard to see with a camera, like that the
No,
page
you
is
can see it.
yellowed, but it's yeah, that's the gist of it. And you
The
can
So
really
art.
see
cool.
like how like the dot pattern, like if you look in the lower right page, Dr. Livesey's face and like in partial shadow there, that's all done with like a layer of like magenta uh, dots. So anyway,
That is just amazing.
Whitey says, nice, classic comic book style. Yes.
yeah,
Very cool. Thank you for showing.
yeah.
Just wow. Now, so how long before we get to our next break? How long from fruit to fruition? Did I say that right? Yeah. How
Fruition?
long? Yeah,
I
there you go.
started this process about in almost exactly a year ago. I mean, sorry, almost exactly 2 years ago is when this process started, and it took me about 3 months. It took me from September of 2024 to the end of the year to make the outline for the thing. And then the script actually came together fairly quickly. And the way I did this script was I wrote it as if it was a screenplay because I knew ultimately how this thing would play out live. And in April of 2025, we did a workshop presentation of the screenplay um, where we didn't have any of the artwork done yet at this point, or we had 4 pages of art done so that I could raise money for this thing. Um, and but what we did was we had like 7 actors doing all the voices because I knew it would be way too confusing for people without the visuals, you know, if only 3 actors were doing all the voices. And then we had my buddy Buzz Moran, who's created all the sound effects for this thing. And by the way, here was the little seagull that I was talking about earlier. Let's see if we can hear this. Can you hear that?
Oh my. Yes, we could hear that. That's
Isn't that
awesome.
cool?
A
So wait, so why,
unicorn.
yeah, why is
Uh,
what, is it a unicorn? Is there like a story?
Well, yes, there is a little bit of a story to the unicorn. One, it's insane that this object makes that sound uh,
Mm-hmm.
at all. But this was a gift, not this one, but another one very similar to it was given as a gift to my buddy Buzz, who created all the sound effects for the show. And when I started sharing with him the different sound effects that I wanted in the production, he came over to my house with a unicorn just like this and was like, "You're not going to believe this. I've been holding on to this thing for years for the opportunity to make the seagull sound." And so, anyway, I mean, it's so awesome because who would think that this would
Yeah,
make that?
yeah, that's
So,
awesome. Mm-hmm.
anyway, so we did this presentation with Buzz doing all the sound effects and 7 voice actors, and then our composer Sam Lippman. Basically, he had written some themes, but basically improvising the score on piano in front of an invited audience of about 30 people. And from there, I was able to get the script finished. And then I guess starting that a month later is when Johnny started doing the art. The
wow.
art was finished last where are we in August? The art was finished like almost exactly a month ago. So
Wow.
it took like 14 months for him to
Mm.
make all of that artwork. And I want to be really clear about this. No AI was involved with the making of this thing.
Okay.
Um, this is all human effort. And in the meantime, what I was doing was piecing together this thing as if it were a film. This was such a cool part of the process for me. I've been making theater for many, many years now, and I've made some movies as well, but I've never had the opportunity to shape a play using the techniques that I know as a filmmaker. And I was able to do that with this because of the artwork. And so what I did is I would edit reels together the way you do in a movie,
Mhm.
which is basically like 10-minute, 12-minute chunks. what I did is I took the artwork from the book and then put it into Keynote, which is how we do the projected artwork. It's basically like the world's most sophisticated PowerPoint. And it's all cued live,
Mhm.
based on sounds. And so what I did is I put the slideshows together in little 12-minute chunks. And then and this was just for internal use only, recorded myself doing every single character voice. And then I layered in key sound effects that would help tell the story so we could get the exact timings of each part of the show. And then I passed those to our composer, which allowed him to compose. There are 79 music cues in this show. There's almost 50 minutes of orchestral music in this thing.
Damn.
Yeah. And so Sam was able to make these cues. And then what we did, and we're so lucky. I'm friendly with Tim League, who is the founder of the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema. And Tim arranged so that we could roll this thing out in serialized form. So basically, taking each reel as if it was a chapter in a serialized version of the story and play that out live and in front of an audience. So then with Sam's music, we could kind of reverse engineer it. You're asking how on earth we pull this off. We could reverse engineer it and figure out, like, can we replicate it? I was actually a little bit worried initially that we wouldn't be able to do it, particularly for some of the music cues that are, like a minute and a half long. That's a long time for performers to time it up, particularly because you can't really listen to the music while you're acting. Like, it would be totally distracting. Like, you really can't do those two things at the same time. So what you would be listening for, we discovered, is little hints in the music. Just make sure that as we're delivering a particular line, you take a breath and make sure that the music at that point you can listen is lining up correctly. And in these presentations, what I was doing was sometimes I'd just be hand cueing the actors. Like when the sailing ship is revealed, there's this beautiful swell in the music. And because we didn't have a lot of rehearsal time, there wasn't enough time for the other performers to know to memorize the music, So I would just point to them when they were to say their next line to time it with music and the way the visuals played out on the screen. And so we were able to do about 3/4 of the show in that process, which literally ended 9 days ago, that process. And now on the 24th is when we go into our full bore rehearsals. And honestly, right before we were doing this, I was sitting at my kitchen table memorizing my lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. We have to take a break for question of the week.
Every week there's a question to find. Readers already know how. They're so one of a kind. With laughter in the air, we twist and we turn silly questions we ask from which we all learn. Ask me anything, I'm ready to play. It's the question of the week. Let's dive right in. Riddles and laughter. Where do we begin?
Question of the week is brought to us by Alternate Universe LLC, the flagship store. Our store is in Milford, Connecticut. Their other store is in New Haven, Connecticut. Contact Eric and the guys. We're going to be hanging out with Eric this weekend at Colorado Springs Comic Con. So make sure that if you're in Colorado area, come and see Sophia and I as Sophia makes her debut out on the stage with me. Side by side, the dynamic duo, brother and sister team, rocking and rolling. Question number 1. Jason goes first, then Sophia, then chat. Awesome. Thank you, Spidey. Thank you. Question number 1. How many M&Ms can you fit in your mouth? Jason, then little one. How many M&Ms can you fit in your mouth?
Now, are we talking peanut M&Ms or plain M&Ms?
Ooh.
Because I've done both.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, both. We're going to go both. We're going to go plain first, and then we'll go peanut. How many?
All right. So plain, I can fit about 78 M&Ms in my mouth.
Wait, to the numbers. Look at Sophia's face. To the
I've
number
never tried that.
And
78?
peanut, it's 53.
Did you?
Dude, that's awesome. Now I want to try that on stream.
Yes,
We should have like
to.
a poll and see how like people try to guess how many we can get.
All right, Jason.
Write that
before we
down.
get
Write that down.
Yes, poll M&Ms, 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 M&Ms mouth. Okay, I got it written down. You're gonna see it tomorrow night. Jason, why? Why did you? It was just a gag question. Why?
I like that.
Why?
Well, truth be told, that was a gag answer. I actually have never done that.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought you really did.
All
I'm like,
right,
I want to try. I want to
Yeah,
know.
well, Sophia and I are gonna try it, and you're gonna be around. Sophia,
M&M's Monday.
M&M Monday.
If I were to guess, I would say like 30 regular and maybe like 20, 15 or 20, I guess.
I bet your
I'm
number's
guessing.
closer to real. My number's too high.
No,
Write that
I
down.
think you could do it,
Write
Jason.
write down
I don't know,
like
what about this
30 small and like 15 to 20 large and see if I'm like close to my
30
guess.
small, 15, 20p.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I'm like right or wrong.
Okay.
We have to do
All
our
right.
homework.
I believe,
Right.
Jason. I was believing you on that, dude.
Well,
You're so
I'm gonna-
You look like a
convincing.
dude that could do that.
The next time I'm a guest, we'll do it.
We
you
should
got it.
totally do it.
You got it, brother. You got
Yeah.
it. Yes. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll make sure I
Yes.
have the M&Ms in front of me. Yeah.
You got it, brother. You
Just don't choke.
absolutely. No,
choke.
Chat. What do you got?
So Spidey says, "Team peanut butter M&Ms for me." Those sound good. I wish I had
All
some
right.
right
Well,
now.
how many, Spidey? You got to lift up that mask, brother, and put those M&Ms. How many do you think you can fit in your
Congrats.
mouth? Congrats. Okay. I'm gonna say. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna up the little one, and for the small one, I'm gonna say 25 small,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go 35 large, 35 peanut.
Can we do this in Colorado live? Can we do
Yeah,
this?
we can. We
Just
can.
stop
We can
at
do
the
that.
store and get magnets.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Please.
That's
Yes.
that's what I wrote it right down on the Angry Geeks pad right here.
Spidey
That's
says
what-
28. 28 M&Ms.
It's large or small, Spidey? Peanut or regular? And he's quiet. The rest of the chat is like quiet. I mean, wow.
Sleeping.
I know there's, but that's okay. All right, little one. That's what we're gonna do.
I'm excited.
Yes, that for sure. I just can't wait to see you eat that lemon.
Oh, the lemon. 28 regular. Small.
It's 28 regular. Okay. All right. 28.
Wedge says swapping sprites. Oh, they're playing Fortnite.
Oh, they're playing Fortnite, but at least they're lurking. That's good.
They're
That
lurking.
is
They're
good.
here. They're here.
Yeah, they are here. They are here. So, all right, Jason, this is going to be a hit. I know. I can feel it in me bones, like I said. What's next? What's genre? What saga? What are we going to do next?
Oh, yeah. Wow. It's very, very hard for me to think past September 18th, which is when we opened this project.
Mhm.
But I do have this Western that I've been working on. And I have been thinking about it. Like my show, The Intergalactic Nemesis, and this one, are pretty fairly family friendly. I would call this like PG-13,
I think we just became new best friends, pirates and cowboys.
I love it, Lewis.
Oh my God. Dude, I got Lone Ranger pistol. Oh my God, we just became new best friends.
So anyway, I wrote this Western and wanted to make it into a movie and never could get that
I
project
know a
going.
guy that can play a cowboy.
Yeah.
What? I didn't
Let
meaning.
our guests speak. We only have 6 minutes.
So anyway, so I have this Western. It's called The
Epic.
Transgressors, and maybe that'll be the next thing.
Okay.
But I'm really not sure.
Well, that's freaking epic. I can't wait to see.
Yes, it is epic.
Yeah.
It is. It's very, very epic. Wow. I mean, cowboys, pirates. if you mention professional wrestling, you're my new best friend for sure.
That's my next one. After
No,
I put 78 M&Ms in my mouth.
There you
no,
go.
it's 78 M&Ms. Oh my God. All right. Final question for me. Then we're going to let you go. How did this project get funded? Was it a crowdfund? Was it a GoFundMe? Did you do a Kickstarter? Because you were talking about it and I wasn't going to bring it up earlier. And what is, yes,
Cowboys and Pirates sounds like the
I
perfect
agree. I
crossover.
was thinking the same thing, Spidey. I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
So I have been doing what I do for a very long time, and so I am really lucky in that there are people out there who can write big checks who are fans of my work, and so
Awesome.
that is kind of how I was able to
All
raise
right.
the
Now,
money.
was
And
it a
like
hard
full
sell or easy
transparency,
sell?
pretty easy.
Okay, good.
Because I had so much success with the Intergalactic Nemesis. And actually, I think maybe the folks listening and watching, like full transparency on this, the cost to do this show, to make it, is about $200,000. And where that money goes, really almost entirely, is paying Johnny and Lee to make all that comic book art because that is a full-time job
Dude,
for them.
and
And
it's beautiful.
oh, thank you. And then for Sam to write all that, I mean, gobs of music. And then the other costs are, rehearsal and I've been paid like a little bit of money from that, but very, very little. And I'm kind of waiting for my payday once we kind of hit the road with it.
All right. Final question, and it just popped in my head. And Sophia and I, when we go on our adventure, when we travel, we have what we call Angry Geeks approved playlist. The soundtrack, is that going to be available on Spotify?
yeah.
Is it going to be, is that going to be available somewhere?
We are talking about making it available.
Okay.
We haven't quite landed on the venue for that, but yes.
Okay.
One of the things, honestly, what I want to do, because there's just the right amount of music for this, is put it out on vinyl. I think that would be really,
Ooh.
really
Like a
cool.
record.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be,
Um,
that would be epic.
I think that'd be pretty cool. We'll see. We're talking with an orchestra about them being like doing the orchestral premiere of this thing, which I'm like, oh my God, fingers crossed. It'd be so cool if we could make that work. I've never done anything like that before. But and if we do that, I think we would re-record all the music, which right now is samples, good samples, but it's sampled strings and horns and stuff. Um, to turn that in, if we could record it live with an orchestra, that would definitely be the key to getting it out, on Spotify or whatever. So we'll see.
That's, yeah, you have to definitely let us know because that
Yeah,
would,
But
we
for
love
folks who are
soundtracks.
interested in, maybe who can't see the show and are interested in hearing the music, we have a handful of videos up on our website that are, or you can go to our YouTube channel, Treasure Island Reimagined, uh, and see these videos that highlight Sam's music. I made what I'm calling animatics, which are basically like what you would see on the screen with pre-recorded voices and sound effects and Sam's music. And so if folks are interested, his music's it is incredible. I mean, I feel so lucky to work with a guy that talented. It's
that's
crazy
amazing.
how good it is. Yeah.
All right. With all that being said, where can people find you? We already had the website brought up by Mango, one of the best mods in the business, or the best mod in the business. That's what I want to say. With that being said, where can people find you on your social medias to look you up? Go.
You can find me at Jason Neulander on Instagram, and then of course the project Treasure Island Reimagine on both Instagram and YouTube. Yeah.
Little one, where
Yes.
can people find you and us on
Right,
the
so
social media?
you can find me at Sophia Cormier on all the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Blue Sky, Cameo, Patreon, Tumblr, all of the things. And you can find us on the same platforms, The Angry Geeks Show and theangrygeeksshow.com.
And don't forget, download that Pod TV app where every Friday night and Saturday morning you can sit there and get your cereal, get your coffee, get your iced coffee, your refresher, get all that stuff. And just look at that face, playing video games, crashing into my car, shooting me playing Fortnite, doing all the crazy stuff with Jar Jar, and just play. Well, thank you very much, Spidey. And then just like, on the Pod TV app, Friday night, Saturday mornings, and see that. And check your local listings as well to go see Jason's live action graphic novel, because dude, I'm gonna see if he comes up here in May. We're gonna go see it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be so much fun.
yes. Now this tonight is not your normal outro, so we're gonna see you guys in 2 weeks on the Thursday night. No show this Thursday. Well, you never know when we're gonna pop up this weekend. We're gonna be popping up live depending on how. Yes, it's a
Reception.
maybe. Depending on
Reception.
reception and stuff. So we will be Sophia and I will be jumping on somebody's Twitch, somebody's YouTube, somebody's Facebook. So just keep your eyes and ears open for those alerts when we jump on there during Colorado Springs Comic Con. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then, not
And go,
Monday.
can you start the raid?
Yeah, start the raid, please, Mango. And then watch us the following Thursday. We will be back. So
Thank you, Spidey.
without further ado, we're going to say goodbye to you. Good night, sweetheart.
And go,
it's time
confirmation.
to go. Oh, okay. Gotta go. See ya.
All right,
Hey,
you
we're
did.
back.
You did. Wait, what are you doing?
I don't know. You told me not to go. You're the
Let's
boss.
go.
Oh,
Run the
we're
outro.
going to start the raid. Bye.
Lou, it brings the madness, sparks ignite the night. Sophia's chaos reign, she's our guiding light. Together they take flight, with laughter and with cheer. At Comic Cons we gather, the duo we hold dear.
Angel and cool devil in the heart of the crowd. They steal the show as they make us proud.
Louis and Sophia, legends in the